So, unpopular opinion. I liked Halloween Ends. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, saying as how I favorite this movie but couldn't bother with Wakanda Forever. Again, my channel, my content. If you don't like what I have to say, then I am not for you. Subscribe to my channel. So for the most part, I'm pretty much an avid fan of Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. Michael Myers is probably my most favorite iconic fictional character. I don't know, something about the stalking aspect to his character that just speaks volumes to me. With my personal favorites being Halloween 1978, Halloween 2, my second favorite, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007, my absolute favorite, and the new trilogy. So with the new Blumhouse trilogy, we have essentially retconned every single film after the original 1978 film, and we pick straight up from there. Laurie has PTSD and is a certified badass training like Batman, waiting for the day she faces off with Michael Myers in a winner-take-all fight for the death. And so we kick off our new trilogy for the millennial generation. Halloween Kills is a direct follow-up to the 2018 film, and I had a love-hate relationship with Halloween Kills. I hated it when I first saw it, and then I eventually grew to love it. I actually appreciated the mob aspect to the plot because, well, here's some facts for you. Most small towns like Haddonfield, you'd be surprised how quick people can rally together and make the law almost non-existent when their backs are to the wall. Just adding some perspective to those that didn't like that about the film. But some of the negatives I had with it, the ending felt abrupt, and some of Laurie's dialogue was just cheesy. Whoever wrote her lines honestly needs to be smacked. Like, as I said, my liking for it grew, especially after watching Halloween Ends, because overall it is still a proper Michael Myers movie. Just 100 minutes of the shape wreaking havoc on this small town. And the big thing with this franchise is that any interpretation of Michael Myers, you have to abide by the mythology that he is this supernatural entity that feeds and sustains his life force by murder. That is Michael Myers. People look at that as a negative, but come on now, you really surprised? Homeboy walked out of a burning building like it was nothing. What did you think was going to be the explanation here? But at least I'll give Blumhouse this. They at least stayed within their boundaries. Not like Rob Zombie with the white dress, white horse, angelic symbolism. Jesus Christ, that movie was so out of pocket. So anyway, jumping over to Halloween Ends, like I said, I like this movie, but I see everyone's issue with this movie that it's such a big I-75 truck stop detour from the first two films in the trilogy. The original intent for this iteration was that all three films were supposed to take place through the course of one night, 2018. Somewhere after the release of Halloween Kills, they decided to switch gears and instead pick the finale up 4 years later after the events of Kills. This film centers around Corey Cunningham, a new character introduced in the film who has become the town pariah after a babysitting incident gone wrong. Light spoilers, Corey accidentally kills the kid, but he was a little fucker anyway. Parents walk in and see their kid dead on the floor, and Corey is eventually acquitted of all charges. He is hated by everyone and bullied by band geeks. Interesting. Michael Myers has been hiding in the sewer during that time, and the two eventually come face to face, and just like that, the two fell in love. I'm joking. The evil essence of Michael Myers transfers over to Corey, and his inner killer instinct is unlocked. And from here, you would think that he and Michael Myers become partners in crime and go around terrorizing Haddonfield together, right? For all of 5 minutes. You don't get enough of that. And Michael Myers maybe has 5 minutes of screen time total. This is a Corey movie through and through, and watching the origin of this young killer in the making. Now, why did I not mind this movie? Because it was different. Let's just get real for a second. We have had 2 movies in a row of Michael Myers going around terrorizing this small town. Let's just say if this movie would have been more or less the same, would we really have been in such a rush to go and see it? It's hated on because it's different. And in this society, dare to be different, dare to be hated. Could this movie had used more Michael? Absolutely. But I had to applaud the filmmakers for being bold and taking such a different direction. it really didn't stray too far from the mythology that evil is an idea and can be transferred to anyone. They teased that concept at the end of Halloween 4 when Jamie becomes possessed and killed her foster mother. Rob Zombie was attempting to tackle this same concept by teasing that at the end of Halloween 2 in 2009, that Laurie would eventually go on to become the next evil entity in part 3, if Rob Zombie would have been able to do a part 3. This trilogy stayed faithful to the overall concept of Michael Myers. He thrives on murder, and that sustains his life force, and that evil is an entity that anyone can become affected by. If you really paid attention to this franchise's ideology, that's what it is. I also didn't mind the love story between Allison and Corey. Forced? Absolutely, but it was a nice touch. And it was funny seeing him develop and get his swag and confidence with his lady by day, and little do you know, he's a killer by night. Sounds like every Lifetime movie ever, but you know what? Again, Halloween Ends may not have been what we all wanted, but it's a pass for me. It's something different, and there's nothing wrong with different. Sometimes you just gotta take shit for what shit is. When you accept that shit is the way that shit is, there is nothing you can't accomplish or overcome. I'm going to give you a simple math equation, people. Bull minus shit equals happiness. Don't think too hard on that. Just let it come to you.